kind of a late episode for you guys tonight, but it is time for the end of the year videos. So it's gonna start with the best and the worst movies of this year, and then I'm also gonna be making a short of the most surprising, most disappointing, and then tomorrow will be the horror movies for you guys. Alright, so we're gonna start out with the worst. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on this. We're just gonna go through and list them and give you one or two reasons why. Trying to squeeze all this content in because I've had a lot going on, so here we go. Best and worst movies of 2023. Here we go. Start with the worst. I have about 10 to about 12-ish films for the worst. So number one is a Netflix original movie called You People. It is very derogatory and very vulgar towards a certain group of people, and therefore I do not like it. It's not funny. It is not a comedy. Number two, Cocaine Bear. I don't like it because it's just not a good movie. It's just a stupid movie, to be honest with you. I don't know. I just didn't like it that much. 3, 65. I debated on putting the most disappointing, but it had to be on the worst because it was just, I just didn't like it at all. I don't know. Just the plot, the characters, none of it attracted me. Number 4 is Strays. I just, again, just not something I had a good time watching, I guess. I don't know. Speaking of something I didn't have a good time watching, number 5 is the movie Joyride. This is not what I thought it was going to be, and I'm going to leave it at that. Number 6, The Meg 2. Pretty much just a boring shark movie. It was not interesting, like a lot of these films. Number 7, 80 for Brady, just plainly not a movie built for me, so it's on here. Number 8, this hurts because looking back on it, I wanted to like this more than I did. And there's 2 reasons why. It's Fast X. Number 1, it's a part 1 movie, and number 2 is, I just feel like they go over the top a lot more now with these films, and I just don't like it. Number 9 is The Flash. I'm not going to say much about this, but it was too overhyped, and it was not good at all. I didn't like it, so it's on here. Number 10, Shazam 2, kind of in that same boat of where it's just a plain, generic comic book film. Kind of done with those, to be honest with you. 11 is Aquaman 2. Again, plain, generic comic book film. Seen too many of them, kind of burnt out on it. Number 12 is Hunger Games. Oh, I have 13. I'm sorry, 13. Hunger Games. Just didn't like it as much as I thought it would. Didn't really play on any of the older movies. Kind of put a new spin on it that I wasn't really interested in. And 13 is House Party, a remake of a 90s film that was cool with a lot of cameos, but just not a lot of story there for it. Alright, so that was the worst. It's easier to get out of the way. Now we go to the best. There's a lot on here. I think I was able to fit like 20 in here. So yeah. Number 1. Alright, should I go down? Should I go 20 to 1? Yeah, we're gonna go 20 to 1. Alright, 20 is a film called Air. I like Air Jordan. I like sports movies. So that's up there. 19 is Indiana Jones, the newest one. I like Indiana Jones. I like Harrison Ford in that role. Great family action film. Great way to end his final embark on this journey with that character. Number 18, Equalizer 3. This one's simple. Just love me a kick-ass Denzel Washington action film. Number 17, Missing, is on here. Missing's on here because I like searching, and I like those movies that kind of captivate your attention the whole time through, and this is what it did for me. 16, Wonka. Looking back on it now, had some time to reflect on it. Wasn't going to make it on here, but it made it on here simply for the fact that it's a good movie to see during the holidays, and it left me with a lot of joy and happiness. 15 is Transformers, Rise of the Beast. True to form, back to the Transformers I loved before, so that's why that's on here. Number 14, Napoleon. I love me Joaquin Phoenix, and this role he plays as Napoleon Bonaparte is hands down one of the greatest roles he's done, and I love those history films. Number 13, another one, Killers of the Flower Moon. Man, how can you not love a Martin Scorsese film? Especially this one. It's longer, but it is very captivating. Talking about when they came in and they tried to take over people's lands and their money and stuff like that. It is a very captivating film. 12 is Iron Claw. I didn't see it yet, but I put it on here. I know it's kind of cheating, but when I see it, well, no, actually, I did see it. Sorry, it's good. I think all the people that played the people in it were good. I like the story on it, the historical accuracy behind it. I don't know, A24 can make films like that. It's really good. Barbie at 11. Honestly, when I first saw it, I didn't really like it that much, but it's grown on me. I think it's just because it was such a pop culture phenomenon when it came out. Oppenheimer. So Barbie's on here. 10, Dungeons and Dragons. I know nothing about the games, but this is a fun family action comedy movie, and I love me some of those. I'll tell you that right now. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new one, the animated one. Love Seth Rogen, love the Ninja Turtles, love the spin he put on it. So that's on there. Gran Turismo. Didn't see this till late before the year ended. I love the movies that can like make a true story and then add some elements into it. It's very unique, and I enjoyed it a lot. Next is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. This one's on here because Tom Cruise Mission Impossible has always been one of my favorite series, and I think there's never been really one bad one, so I kind of had to put it on here. 6 is, this was the candidate for most surprising, but I enjoyed it too much. Dumb Money, that came out earlier this year about the GameStop and the Wall Street stuff. Again, historically accurate films that are based on true things are one of my favorite type of films, so that's on there. Now we get into the top 5. Number 5 is Guardians of the Galaxy 3, one of the last good Marvel movies to come out. I like James Gunn finally putting a bow on things. I like the way it ended. It was just a fun way to end the Guardians of the Galaxy in the MCU for now. John Wick 4 at 4. I mean, my God, love me some Keanu Reeves. Love me John Wick. This had to be on there, and this one is kind of his closing chapter, and so I think this one means a lot more than all the other ones. Top 3, here we go. 3 is Super Mario Bros. Now, I am not a huge fan of video game movies based on all the bad ones we gotten, but this one, even though it was animated, was so true to form for the fans, and I am so glad that this movie came out so well. The animation's great, and it is just a nostalgia trip for Super Mario fans. Number 2, I mean, you guys kind of had to figure this would be on here. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man's like one of my favorite superheroes of all time, obviously. So that was going to be on there. This one, the animation is out of this world. The different branching like plot points they have in here don't overlap each other. They kind of fit well into the overall plot of the story, and I just love Spider-Man, and I cannot wait for the second part. And number one movie that I definitely think this year is the best, and I know a lot of people might have it on there, but it is Oppenheimer. I love Christopher Nolan.